Hello YouTubers, it's Merce Ataps. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's cooking, we're going to be looking at the most easiest recipe to make Cameroon fish roll. Please grab a seat, sit back and watch this cooking process to the end. Items that I will be using to make this delicious healthy pastry includes all-purpose flour, cinnamon, organic non-milk, baking soda, some salt, condensed sweetened milk. This I will use as my milk and my sugar. Low-fat butter. If you have margarine, the best. Or if there was promise, I would have grabbed it. So, butter to go with the mixture. Morocco fish, which coins the name of the pastry, fish roll. So please keep watching as we make this delicious pastry together. So I'm gonna go ahead and take out the fins, the stomach, the gizzards, the scales, and boil this fish together with some green onions, white pepper, basil leaves, red pepper, red onions, to make it very, very spicy, tasty. Once the fish is cleaned and the unconsumable content taken out, I then transfer it into my clean pot. Then I add about 100 ml of water to boil the fish. Add my ionizers and again my grounded white pepper, curly parsley, basil leaves, red onions, and some celery sticks and bell pepper to season the fish with. Then I cooked it for a good 20 minutes. And once it's ready, I then go ahead and take out all the bones, mash it, and then set aside. As the fish is cooked for about 5 minutes, you can go ahead and add some hot pepper. For the sake of my toddlers, I usually don't include hot pepper when I'm making my fish roll. Once the water is completely dried out from the fish, and then go ahead, take it off from the stove, and then take out all the bones in the fish and set it aside. After the fish was cooked, I went ahead, scrambled the fish, and took out all the bones buried in it. So my fish looks well scrambled. I'm gonna set it aside and then go ahead and mix the flour and all the other ingredients into a nice dough. Fish scrambled out, bones taken out, and then gonna set it aside and go ahead and make the dough. I'm then gonna set it aside and then mix the dough. I'm then gonna set it aside, then mix the flour and the other content into a nice dough. Into a bowl, I add half a kilogram of flour, and I'm then gonna go ahead and add my butter or my margarine. For me to get a perfect dough, I have to mix the flour together with the margarine until it all crumbles out. Then a teaspoon of baking powder, about that much. Grated non-milk, which is about a teaspoon. So I also add half a teaspoon cinnamon, very good for the heart, half a teaspoon of it. Then I mix everything all up until I get a nice crumbled texture of the flour. Once as the flour looks crumbling like this, I then proceed to add my half teaspoon of salt and then my condensed sweetened milk. Half teaspoon of salt, my condensed sweetened milk. This will serve as my sugar and at the same time like my milk product. And if you are someone who likes your pastry to be very sweet, you can go ahead and then add some more granulated sugar into a cup of little warm water and then dissolve it and pour it into your mixture. Once as it looks like this, I then go ahead and drizzle a little bit of warm water because you want to have that nice soft dough. As my dough is nice and soft like this, I then proceed cut it up first in little table tennis sizes and then I flat it on. So this looks perfect. Nice dough. This is my kitchen counter. It has been sanitized. I use it mostly when I'm doing my pastries. Then I use my flattening rod. I flatten it. Secret for a good fish roll is for you to flatten it very well, especially at the edges, so that when you roll it, it rolls very well and everything sticks together. And again, when you get to the edge, put a little bit of water so that it glues itself together and not pop up in the oil as you're frying it. I love my fish roll when you get enough amount of fish in it. And at the edges, just use some water to glow it so that it doesn't pop up in your oil as you fry it. After finishing wrapping up my fish roll like this, I then go ahead and put oil. Usually I use canola oil. You can use vegetable oil. I put some good amount in the pot and then set my heat on a medium heat. Once as my oil is hot enough, then I start to deep fry it. Again, your heat has to be at a minimum, medium the max, and then you have to deep fry it. Fry it for like 3 minutes, flip it and fry the other side. Fish roll looking perfectly wrapped. I'm gonna go ahead and start deep frying it in hot oil. And again, remember to deep fry it at a low or medium heat. Fry it for like 3 to 5 minutes. Flip the sides until you get a golden brown color. Then you know your fish roll is good to be served. Into my pot, I put some canola oil. Oil look hot enough, then I start deep frying the fish roll. And again, remember to set your heat at a medium. It's golden brown. Know that it's ready to come out from the oven. And you repeat the process until you're done frying. Fish roll looks ready. Nice and brown. Thank you again, my PP, for cooking with me again today. And until our next video, you be well, you be good.